Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. We've got a whole list of extreme and hard and dungeons and things to do. A lot of which are not particularly doable because of the required levels and everything. We have all these things that are just locked because we don't have the levels for it. 170, and that is one of the lower ones. We also have raids. We got some level 50 stuff. It's a series of problems here, honestly. Look at all this stuff. We still have enough space to do things, and it's fine, but honestly, just picking up everything we see is working okay. One thing we can do to give us, well, a few more options is to switch over to here. Any other recommended gear? We're good. Or maybe it can't tell because all the space is filled. All this stuff. We get too many things. It's a continuing problem. If we switch over to the Bard here, we have ever so slightly higher item level of stuff. Recommend, looks fine. This one can at least get the bare minimum requirement for one new dungeon here. Which is definitely more interesting than just hard mode or whatever. Whether or not there's many differences between regular and hard and extreme and everything. This at least gets us the 170 required for St. O'Kane's Arboretum. Item synced to 240. I don't think we're gonna need to worry about that. 4 people. Regular dungeon. Might actually be reasonable here. It seemed like a lot of the DPS tests and everything we already could manage, but we just don't have the stats on the gear numbers to allow us to try. So St. O'Kane's Arboretum. Not on the main path or anything. It could be just a random dungeon people get in for doing the random dungeon option. So let's see if this is a possibility. Mirror session complete. Average wait time 10 minutes. See about that. And while we wait, anything we could do to help us along here a little bit? We got all of these gear from the class quests. There's a full armor set of 210. Which is just wildly better than any of the other things we have. 145 bow we got from quests. 142, 136. Soul, I'm level 30, not helping at all here. We're definitely getting to the point here where this ring here is doing what it can. Should be basically what we're doing. I can be getting additional 30% experience. It's okay. The stats are about right for I'm level 150. That's pretty good. Okay. So if we want to try to boost up the numbers here, I wouldn't get too much further, honestly. If we look at the requirements for all the other things we have quests for, there is 165 for one of these. Miss Blue Extreme, it's 165. Thug Extreme is 175. So it would be theoretically possible to probably boost that up 4 here, or to get access to that. In theory, by doing these other levels of dungeons and stuff, could get rewards that could possibly be usable. Another benefit of leveling up more jobs would allow us to potentially get loot that could be good for us. We have just the 260s here. 16.5-ish. About right. And then 54 samurai, a couple 30s, 50 red mage because it started there. Just go around unlocking what we can. Get levels up a bit. Blue mage is still definitely a question. Between figuring out where the spells come from and actually getting levels in it. Definitely a system. But if we could just get all the skills and classes up to a good level, we could have less items in storage. Especially to get everything up to like 50 for the first full set of equipment. And then there's a handful of things between 50 and 60 that are technically worthwhile. Then the level 60 class quest equipment for free. So I think that's the job done. Because currently we have just a full set of weapons, a full set of hats, full set of bodies, full set of gloves, full set of pants, full sets of boots. A couple offhands, not too many. A lot of jewelry and necklaces and these, and 41 rings. One thing we're not going to need to worry about running out of space for is the soul crystals, though, I suppose. So that's at least something. Is all going to fit in here? The better. Red mage, blue mage, samurai, black mage, machinist, dark knight, astrologian, soul crystal, the bard. So keep the base ones. They seem like I'm level 30, or 1 for the blue mage. Okay. Then we also have even more gear in the inventory and all sorts of other stuff. Should be able to put at least some of this in saddlebags here. So we can do that. Saddlebag. Got some space. What was in here? There's more space. Let's put some stuff. Got a saddlebag. Materia. And some paint. And these crystally bits. Okay. So the trade goods we were purchasing. Here's some of these. Don't have any of these big cluster bits. That's fine, I guess. Got some armor bits. Here is a faded copy of this. Like we need to actually use skills to make that in order to actually use it, unfortunately. That's a lemon. Could sell some of the stuff in here too. Just some random armor in here, in this tab. Sure. And a piece of decoration with our tree we have here. Other decoration stuff. Is this an esthetician? Got our crafting and gathering equipment in here too. That's also going to take a bunch of space. Magic stable broom. Miscellany. Which broom in your personal stables? Sample celebrates 20,000. Sells for 42. It's clearly something. Could be decoration. If we ever get a house and everything. This is equipment. Here's more foods and stuff. That's a little more space. Got potions here. Things we could sell. Bits of food. Shop selling price, none. It's kind of special things. That's alright. Just talking. I'm finding. Not particularly well. Alright. It's a work in progress. Anything... No. Let's have the Chocobo on this setup here. Character... Mounts... Unlock... Midgard Zormer. There you go. Upgrades. Kinda sorta. Okay. I think we need right now. Could technically put some material on the weapon. Could technically, maybe technically purchase a weapon or something at some point. We only have 1,000 of the tombstones here. Common stuff, we got some seals, that doesn't really match for much. PvP stuff, also not. Societal currencies, not very many. Realm Reborn, Through Endwalker. I guess it's just the ones we've actually seen. Spoilers and all that. So yeah, not really enough currency to do much with. I could purchase one thing with these tombstones. Maybe. But again, the most effective way of getting better equipment would just be continue the main quest and eventually get to that point. I'm just trying to go to the Arboretum. Overgrown Ambition. Okay. Hide the rest of these. Not currently doing these. There's the main quest. What's your future Overgrown Ambition? Okay. There's also technically the Limitless Blue would be possible. It's an extreme trial though. Questionable. There's 2 extreme things we need to do and they didn't have the same level. All comes down to, do we get new equipment and stuff that would actually be better and actually be usable on the only things that we have available? It would be more convenient to have everything higher. Question would be, how go about training everything? We could start by going through and getting everything to like 30. At least start there. We get the next level stuff or something. Options. Average wait time, we've waited. Haven't got there yet, of course. See if we can even unlock everything. Entirely possible that some of these are from later expansions. Well, if we just go to all the different base towns, there's plenty of stuff we can just unlock. There's this whole mess with the cards and everything. Tombstone exchange. Got some tombstones. Poetics. 240 weapons for 600 each. That would get us going here a bit higher. That was just so much stronger than this. Almost 100 item levels. Still would not be enough to get us to some of the requirements here. Like 2 hard mode dungeons with a 210 and 230 item level requirement. My goodness. Extreme trials. Much easier than hard dungeons. Commence St. Arcane's Arboretum. We give it a shot. Should be fine. Just a regular dungeon. Not hard, not extreme. Just a normal dungeon. Just perfectly standard. I'm sure. Assuming that the other DPS that also probably waited in excess of 10 minutes actually clicks the button to start. Or not. Hey, looks like we're going. Light party. Indeed. Okay. It's an arboretum. A lot of plant-based stuff. Very overgrown. Very fancy. Alright, here we are. Let's go. We also have to remember how to play this bar in here. We get some bonus tomestones. That's great. Alright, we are running. Yeah. Tap to something else. Alright, we good? Alright, just stand in one place. Get some effects going here. Rain of death. Rain of death. Bonus for some volleying. Rain of death. AoEs for days. Quickly blasting forth. And now, into the next area. It's nice to be able to move and attack at the same time. It's got some benefits, obviously. One of these. Rain of death. Rain of death. Fire off some of these here too. Bunny. Enemies down. Brilliant. And run faster. I am assisting in the speedrun shenanigans. Oh, there's a giant mormal. Alright. Let's get him. Damage. Basic attacks here. We can get some damage over times going. Get some little guys here. Just kind of attacking. It's fine. Just avoid getting hit by it. Moving us. Bad breath right here. Probably move through it in a fashion that doesn't put us inside it. Be alright. Okay. And this is important. Try not have the damage over times fall off. Will be great. Just preference. Right. Avoid all the blasts. This is gonna turn direction. Doesn't matter. He's dead. Okay. Treasure. And some 185 boots we can't use. And all class intelligence bracelets. 185. I mean, we get to the point we can possibly use these. I don't specifically need them, but it's definitely better than anything we have. Should probably take those. If nobody else needs them. I'm gonna explode. Let's stand in that. AoE attacks, AoE attacks. Closer. Oh, wait. Okay. A few enemies in here. Still one enemy in here. Further in here, more of a hive look going. Interesting. It's a whole bee cloud. Everything. Some treasure. On that. All classes, strength, vitality, necklace, 185. Treasure bard, mechanic, this. It's like, I mean, it's still worse though. Requires level 60. For these, you're gonna get 210 stuff from just doing it anyways. Really don't need those, obviously. It's weird what becomes completely irrelevant because you can just get it all for free with all the armor pieces. Interesting stuff. Alright, made it through there. We got a honey slide down into the Queen Hawk arena. Let's get some damage over times going and try to remember to keep them going. Queen Hawk. Swarm of bees. Attacking? No, not really. Weird. Alright. This is kind of just some bees here. Just kind of shooting us. Inconvenient. What is this? Oh. No. This one. Reset the timers. Perfect. Okay, here's all the bees. Stuck. Now I can attack a little of these. Let's get him. Those two. Right. I have to stand in the way of the bees there. Reset the damage over time. Perfect. Oh! Lots of bees from the sides. Trying to avoid some of that. Or just win. Also an option. Okay. Treasure. Get out of the bee section. Yeah, there's 185 armor is just useless. Could be new for like cosmetic. However, it's fallen all the way down here. Intelligence necklace. Good. Alright. Speed for everybody. Let's get it. Getting towards the end of the Arboretum here. Yeah. Loco. You guys are here. We are stuck in such a fashion that we can't just get through. AoE attack. AoE attack. AoE attack with a bonus. AoE attack in the AoE attack. Alright. The Loco. A little bit more health here. Please do not smack me. Oh, somebody's dead. That's not ideal. They're gonna be right back. Back. Another person's dead. We're going 2-on-1 versus this Grizzly host here. Oh boy. This is not what you suddenly want the dungeon to become. 2-on-1 situation. Got it. Oh boy. They'll be right back. They'll be right back when they run back. Okay. Manageable. How's the loot doing? One, a bit of something. Any of these things we found, upgrades, hard to say if it even is. Some of them are more mage kind of things. You go in here. One of these boots that we don't need. Especially if they're gonna be level 60. We just get the free 210 boots at that point. We definitely clear some things out of here by them being just completely useless. That's alright. Like this here. Level 60 boots that aren't going to do anything for us. I think it's level 56, 59. Like, technically useful. In theory. For like a level or two. This is a cosmetic, essentially. 57, 54, 56, 58. Yep. That's okay. We could sell this for 400 gil. Also, not that we need gil for anything. Also. Because we can't hold more than 300,000 still. We could definitely just rush through the main quests, get to the end, get to the point where we need to get the whole membership and stuff. Or we just keep staying here. Go through all the classes and jobs and all this, which we've done barely any of the gathering and stuff. And they're back now. Yay. Okay. Let's go. Running and attacking stuff. Having a great time. Just these. It's our grand pile of skinned and attacking things. And down. Assuming we're not standing too many attacks. Should be great. Got the necklace piece there. Pretty good. Okay. Finish this off. There we go. Treasure. It is intelligence earrings. We've mapped the area. Here is the final boss. It's like a crab spider person. Fascinating stuff. Alright. Bella Donna. Some attacks on here. Do a soul vacuum. Ow. My soul. Some colds jumping around. It's kind of chilling. And explode. That's fine. Alright. Let's go there. Oh, we're running over to here. I've fallen in love with this plant, apparently. Wow. These little guys are just kind of hanging out here. really target him or anything. There's a lot of space to not stand here. Try my best. Set vacuum, reset the guns for times. The guy's on the move again. Looking alright. Yeah. Damage, damage. Spores. Oh boy. Falling in love with this plant. There you go. Arbory done. Let's say. Duty complete. Yeah. Okay. Competition for the only person that stayed around. 40 more poetics. Trousers of not needed. Alright. Some money. GG. 62,000 XP. Arboretum. Plants. Good. Excellent. Cross that off the list of things we need to possibly do. Because we did it. Here's Sonny. Haha. I knew the thought of the Arboretum's treasures would be enough to get your juices flowing. Thanks to all the pruning you did for us, we were able to have a good look around the ruins. It didn't take us long to find what we were after. I can't wait to tell Midnight Duel the good news. Speaking of which, would you mind coming with us to Idleshire? Midnight Duel want to thank you personally, and dare say even an adventurer like you would be interested in our finds. I'm interested. See what's Sonny in Idleshire. Raid down in there. Really question if there'd be any grouping up for raids or parts of raids. There's like the whole 24-person alliance raid situations too. Quite a bit out here. Back over this way. It's on Midnight Dew. Big jump. See what kind of treasure they found. Ah, you've come at last, adventurer. Let's give Midnight Dew the good news. We did it. We did the thing. Alright. Now that's the ending I wanted to hear. Let's hope these seeds will live up to the reputation. What fruit do you reckon they'll bear, adventurer? Monsters. It's gonna bear monsters. Something wrong? You seem surprised. So I did tell our friend here what you were looking for, didn't you? Treasure. Now that come to think of it, that little detail might have slipped my mind. You see, the treasure we were looking for was seeds and sprouts that were cultivated, especially by the Charlians. Years of research went into breeding them, and apparently, they produce plants like you wouldn't believe. As of now, Idleshire's main industry is collecting the junk left behind by the Charlians, but it won't last forever. Which is why it's important we find a new way to make ends meet, before we end up with nothing left to trade. Acquiring those sprouts and seeds was the first step to accomplishing that goal. If we can find crops that will flourish in this land's changeable climes, we'll have a new industry that should keep Idleshire going for generations to come. These seeds ain't gonna go plant themselves, so I best be about it. Something tells me growing them will make getting them seem easy. It'll take a few moons, 'tis true. I look forward to seeing those seeds bear fruit. Make sure to visit us from time to time, adventurer. One day we'll treat you to a feast grown by our own hands. Alright. Our reward is 5,000 gil. And, like, access to that dungeon, which we did. So, there you go. Alright. That is one thing completed. Alright. So with that... Recommend gear... Nothing. We got, like, some kind of new necklace or something. 185 here for intelligence. That probably a pretty big boost there. We got a strength 185 and an intelligence 185 item there. And here is some intelligence bracelets. 2 185 intelligence things. Okay. So what if we switch back to the black mage here, and then give it a good ol' recommend the gear. Oh, look at all this stuff. 185 earrings, 185 necklace, 185 bracelets. Plague Bringer set of equipment there. That is large. We're using a level 90 bracelets here, my goodness. Yeah, this should be a pretty sizable boost to Black Mage here. Equip these 3 pieces. 181. Okay. That would allow us to do the extreme trials and the raids. So, theoretically possible. In theory. Void Arc. Fist of the Father. Here's the pirates. 3 parties of 8. This is 24 people. Question would be, how many people are really doing the raid parts? These 2 raids look like they're just one system. Still has time limits. This one's a longer time limit. 2 hours with 24 people. Seems dubious to say the least. And there's also just the trials here. So we can't do this one. That is 190. We also don't have a quest to need to do that, so it's technically something we could do. Not to worry about it. We have these 2 at 165, 175. Try to do some extreme trials. Is that a good plan? Questionable. And we didn't get anything to help with the bard. Let's see the gear set here. So we'd only be able to do this blue extreme. I guess it's Trials of a Black Mage. In theory. Next time. Goodbye.